Did you know that leadership skills are learnable? Well, they are. And today I'd like to take you through my 7 essential skills for every leader, project manager, and program manager. Today on ProjectSkillsMentor.com. I'm Liz, the Project Skills Mentor, and today I want to take you through my 7 essential skills that I've used to help project managers and leaders that I've worked with in the last 30-something years. So let's talk about those 7 skills, and then afterward I'm going to talk a little bit about the process of mentorship and how mentorship can help you assess, build, and role play out these skills to create muscle memory so that you can use them in the field. So let's get started. The first C is captain of the ship. What do you think of when you think of a captain of the ship? Someone who's calm and cool under pressure? Absolutely. Someone who understands the inner workings of the vessel and the crew? Of course. And someone who's trusted, reliable, and respected. Cornerstones to leadership. So how does that translate to leaders and project managers? When you're leading, you need to understand the nature of your project. You need to know the skills of the crew and the skills needed to do your mission. Safely shepherding your project, your team, and your end product through to the final destination, the ultimate outcome of your project, is the core skill of a leader or a captain. Building trust from your team, stakeholders, and peers, having the respect of those same people. This is vital to your ability to execute your job. Keep that in mind. Stay calm and cool. Champion of the vision. Now, I've talked about this a lot. The ability for a leader to share and sell their vision to others helps to create that common goal. Sharing it and actually giving that vision to your team, it's critical for any project manager and any leader. And you see this when you look at great leaders, don't you? Chief motivator. Now, this may seem really clear. Teams need to be motivated, but the captain or the leader needs to do that. How so? Well, the chief motivator really makes sure that 3 things are true. 1 is that the team has some level of autonomy, some way of managing their own time. People who can balance work and life are more motivated when they're working, of course. The next thing is making sure your staff is continually up-leveling their skills and understands the work that needs to be done through this training. So make sure everyone stays on track by having the training they need. And training doesn't need to be a big thing. It can be small moments. So make sure you give your team those moments of training. Onboarding, offboarding, and changing roles on the project. People need to understand why, be given time to settle into their new roles, and when people are leaving your project, make sure you do it in a nice way. Celebrate their work, say goodbye in a great way. Your team will notice and will remember long after that team member has left the project. So do it right. Be motivating with every hello and every goodbye. A catalyst to innovators. Now, many project managers and leaders may think that this is not their job, but it is. When your team has designed something, and you're looking at it and it's good, encourage them, thank them, but maybe ask them to go a little further. Think outside the box or think inside the box. Use design thinking. Use different methods of ensuring, is this the best fit for the situation we're in, the technology, the processes, and the people that we're serving. Asking for more might seem like an overbearing thing to do, but in my 35 years of project management, asking for more has not only yielded results to the project, but to the individuals who felt, I don't know if I can do it, but let me try. And when they did and they succeeded, it up-leveled everyone, especially that team member. So don't be afraid to ask for more. And when you get it, celebrate that moment. Make sure the team understands what they did. Conqueror of roadblocks. Now, this will be no surprise because most project managers, I would say, think of themselves as the person who conquers the roadblocks. But there's more to it than that. First of all, what are the key aspects you need to resolve? Think about triage. Looking at those things that demand the highest level of your attention and those other problems which can be managed by someone else. This gives others a chance to learn to also conquer roadblocks. So first, triage. Next, track. When you track decisions that need to be taken because of a problem, it helps you for lessons learned later and helps you teach others how to overcome roadblocks, the kind of process you go through. I also talk in the blog about my FAST approach to problem solving. Check the link below to get that blog and see more about that. Cheerleader of camaraderie. You ensure that people feel valued, feel connected, respected, trusted, and can work in the flow. When people of diverse skill sets and cultures come together, it can be alchemy. And that's what you want as a leader. Celebrate the hard things, celebrate the fun things, understand the human element of motivation and leadership principles. And this is important to you and your team. Last, but certainly not least, in fact, core to all of them, is conscientious truth teller. A reputation for integrity and truth-telling is what helps you when you need to ask more from your team, when you need to give bad news, or when you need to tell someone straight out there's a problem. Telling real, data-driven, and straight facts are absolutely critical in everything a leader does. A leader who creates misinformation, covers mistakes, looks for scapegoats, and doesn't accept blame when necessary isn't a leader. If you want to lead, the buck stops with you. And even under pressure, you need to protect your integrity. Conscientious truth-telling is a core and the final skill that all leaders need to have. 7 C's. Tell me what you thought. But next, let's talk about how you learn them. I talked earlier about working with a mentor. So if you are a mentor, you can also download the link below I have for the Mentor's Workbook. The Mentorship Workbook will help you design a way to review the goals of your mentee and also go through the 7 C's and work on where they have gaps, what they need to build, and how to role play so they can gain muscle memory. Doing role playing or doing homework as part of each of these skills and trying to build them will help them gain muscle memory, so in the field, in the moment, they have something to fall back on. I hope you've enjoyed this information. I hope you found it useful, and I hope to see you again on ProjectSkillsMentor.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.